Talking to Chase about how he used the learning progression to show where he is in his work in September and where he was in March. And Chase, do you think you would be able to explain to us how you used the learning progression to tell where you were on each of your pieces?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you talk to us about your first piece in September?
So, in September, there was a problem that one sister had 4 beads, and her other sister had 1 bead less than her other sister. And this is how I explained that problem. So, first, I drew the sister that had 4 beads. And then I drew the sister who has 1 bead less than the other sister that has 4 beads. And then when I wrote, I said my strategy is I used a number line. And I think I'm on white because what I wrote down here doesn't match my picture.
Okay, so what you wrote was, your strategy was that you used a number line, but in fact, it doesn't match what you drew there?
Yeah.
So what would your next step be?
To write a strategy that matches my picture.
And if you did that, where would you be on the progression?
Orange.
Now can you tell us about this piece of work that you did in March? Okay, and how it's different? And how do you know?
So this problem was when someone's mom had 13 eggs in a basket, and she broke 5 eggs into a bowl. And this is how I explained it. So first I drew 13 eggs, and I drew 5 of them cracking. So when I explained it, I wrote, first I drew my picture. Next, I drew 13 eggs. Then I drew 5 cracked. And last, I counted how many are left. And there was 8 left. Now I know 13 minus 5 equals 8. Another strategy is a number line.
Can you show us where that is on your work? Okay.
First, I wrote it. Next, I counted down 5 numbers. Then I saw 8. Last, I know 13 minus 5 equals 8.
Okay, so where would you be on the progression for this piece of work?
I would be on green because I wrote my strategy, and I wrote my first step, and my second step, and my third step, and I wrote a number sentence to my answer.
Okay. And you showed it another way, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So my next step would be to write a connection.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with us today, Chase.
No problem.